A massive car bomb exploded outside of a large federal building in downtown Oklahoma City, shattering that building, killing children, killing federal employees, military men, and
the bombing in Oklahoma City was an attack on innocent children and defenseless citizens. It was an act of cowardice, and it was evil.
We're here at the Oklahoma City National Memorial, where the Murrah building was destroyed. 168 people lost their lives. This is your first time here. Did you know what to expect? Is it what you expected?
I'm not sure I knew what to expect. I've obviously seen it in pictures. I've heard a lot about it. But the Oklahoma City bombing was my first "where were you, what do you remember" event. They always talk about it. Everybody has one, whether it was Elvis or the Challenger disaster or what have you. For me, it was Oklahoma City. I was at an 8th grade field trip out of state, and I remember waking up that morning. We were in the hotel lobby and it was on the news. And it was a pretty big deal. I'm not sure as a 14-year-old what I really was watching or what was going on, but I knew it was a big deal, and everybody was sort of mesmerized just by the destruction in the TV. And obviously it was something that stayed with us for quite a while in terms of the news coverage and then the trial and everything that went with it. And so finally getting to see it in person is just sort of, it's breathtaking in a different kind of way, I guess. Clearly it's a very emotional experience. I'm not sure I was expecting that. I've been to plenty of memorials in my life. You know, 9/11, Vietnam Memorial, everything, but for some reason, I think because for me, again, this was my first "where were you" moment, and so it's always been a part of me. So I'm glad to have gotten to see it in person. It's a very cool memorial, and apparently at night all the chairs light up. So I kind of would love to get back someday and see that. And apparently that's really cool. But I think it's one of those places you just kind of have to see in person, and there is a museum where you can learn more about it. You've got all the chairs out here, especially I believe it's 19 children that were killed in the daycare center that was in front of the building. And so those chairs are a much smaller stature than the other ones to recognize and symbolize that. So again, you've got the chairs, you've got the reflecting pool, you've got the survivor tree, which was in the middle of the parking lot, and it survived the blast and the destruction and the reconstruction, and they left it. So that's really awesome that they were able to do that. And then you've got the 2 gates on each wall. The 901 gate, which symbolizes the moment when everything was normal and everybody was going about their lives. 902 was sort of blank in the middle when the explosion happened, and then 903 symbolizes the moment everybody kind of had to stop and put the world back together and move on with the healing and the cleanup, and everybody rushing in to help with what was going on and moving forward.